Hey folks, this is one of my newest projects right here. I'm sitting in our bathtub right now. This is a worm bucket. I put some worms in from outside, although I don't know if I did right by that or whatnot, but I put some food in there for them, some nesting material, some bedding, and a whole bunch of food scraps. We had a head of lettuce in our fridge go bad, so I decided I'd cut up some lettuce and put it in here. I'm going to puree some today and some other foods and put in here. Now I've noticed it does cause some fruit fly problems, but all I did to stop that is I'm going to be putting some vinegar traps out. Vinegar and sugar traps out so that they can be trapped. I just used some seed starting soil, as you can see here, for the media, what they will live in and feast in. And then I cut up some corrugated cardboard, put on top, dampened it, and that will keep the bucket dry, moist. Then for air holes, I went around the rim of it and I drilled some holes, as you can see, all the way around. Then I took and in the bottom I'm going to be putting in some holes, some drainage holes, so I can make some compost tea out of this when I get it established. I'm going to have some videos on how to make one of these here shortly, once I get a chance to build another one. I need another bucket. This already is getting very, very weak. I took and I don't know if I did right by this. If there's any tips or tricks that you guys have on worm bins, please let me know in the comment section below. I have a pickle bucket from the gas station that is right downtown. I just use a normal bucket lid for the top. It's a little dirty. It's one of my bucket lids I used to use for sap, but it got stained and I didn't want the flavor of anything to go into the sap. This bucket I actually got from them, and it was a cleaning bucket. I made sure there was no chemicals or anything in there that will harm the worms. I put 13 worms in there. I know I should have started with more, but I could only find 13 worms when I was digging around. It's still a little cold outside, so they're not quite doing what they normally do, and that's come to the surface quite a bit. We have still 2 months, roughly 2 weeks actually, till we can plant. The end, 2 or 3 weeks until we can plant. The end of May till Memorial Day. I am going to be planting corn and such here very shortly. As soon as I can get the ground tilled, I till the garden completely by hand. There will be a video tomorrow about that. As soon as I can, I'm going to film it today, and I'll get it out to you guys tomorrow. Thought you guys would be interested in what I'm up to with some projects and completing everything that I can get done in this spring. Things are getting really busy. Tomorrow we have our first poultry swap. Now this will probably come out tomorrow on Sunday. We have our first poultry swap, and we'll be there most of the day from 10 to 2. Probably from 9 to 3 is what we'll be there for. But we have a lot of things coming up that is getting really busy. We have another turkey hatch here very shortly, like middle of next week, and we also have a batch of goose eggs that is supposed to hatch the week after next. We will have around hopefully 30 something turkeys if everything goes correctly. We have around 40 eggs in the incubators, so hopefully we can have quite a bit. Hoping these will start laying some eggs in here and start expanding their colony. You can see some of the lettuce right there come to the surface. That seed starting dirt I recycled from last year, and I didn't really want to use it for normal soil for my seed starts. I'm going to be doing a video here shortly on my seed starting closet that I'm transforming. I just got to get some shelving and some things. I already have like thousands of seeds started. They are going to be going out in the garden here very shortly to be hardened off. There'll be videos on how we harden off our plants. We haven't had much of a success rate with that, being as we live in the middle of the field and everywhere is sunny. But we'll be and we got some ideas to build some shelving to protect them and ways to move them in and out of the house a little easier. I'll also be trying to sell some seedlings this year down by our egg booth and sell them down there. I also have a whole bunch of seed starts that I'm going to be starting here shortly to put in our garden. I have like 40 types of tomatoes that I've already planted and are in the ground and growing. I have to plant about 13 rows of beans, hopefully, if I can get the garden all fenced in. Several rows of corn. I got to till up some areas for some different varieties of corn. And a whole bunch of videos coming up here shortly on how we're going to plant our pumpkins to raise and sell. Just got a whole bunch of different things coming up. It's getting really busy, and we also got firewood season to prepare for us, because we got to have firewood for next year's maple syrup season. Maple syrup season is not just a once a year thing, it's all year round. Because you have to worry about firewood and where you're going to boil the next year, how you're going to boil it. This year we're hoping to get our first evaporator and in the sugar shack, and we'll be placing it in the woods down here behind the house. We have some layers that we got to order for this year, so we can have some eggs to breed to hatch next year and to sell. I'm going to do a video on how we sell our eggs and the best way to do it, we feel, and how you guys can sell them yourselves as well. I will talk to you guys in the next video, and I will be posting the videos later. I have a whole bunch of things I got to post, and hopefully you guys are looking forward to them.